Welcome back.
That
was the big intro.
That's the weakest
no,
I've ever.
Anyway,
Welcome back.
Welcome back. That's kind of how I've been feeling. You guys remember last episode where I promised you a schedule of episodes, one a week and maybe 2 streams a week? Didn't happen.
Guess who was lying?
Yeah, I guess I lied.
Jake was lying.
We're back. We're
Temporarily.
hoping. Yeah, no, permanently maybe.
We'll see. I don't know.
I underestimated the amount of work colleges with a podcast.
Yeah, college is a lot of work. I don't know how well I'm picking up on this.
I feel like
college is a lot of work. It's stupid. Everybody hates it.
I feel like we're constantly rotating back and forth on busy and non-busy weeks, so it's never lined up for us both to do a podcast. Like, it never works out where I'm like, hey, you want to do one? You're like, nah, I got a ton of work. And then you're like, hey, you want to do one? I'm like, I got slammed right now.
And it's so upsetting because it's always offset from everybody in the room. So it's like, whenever I'm free, nobody else is free. They're doing, like, writing thesis papers.
And meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm takeoff and I'm left off bad and bougie. See what I did there? Offset. Quavo.
Listen, if you're takeoff, I'm Joe Budden. I'm about to beat your ass.
Oh, wow. I can't believe we're back and we've already made a dated reference to bad and
Joe Budden.
Think about that's old now. Like, the bad and bougie. That's like 2016. That's like 5 years ago. No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
I would pull the clip. You.
Oh, you're making noise. You're making noise.
Oh my god, you and your freaking noise.
I'm looking out for the audience. You're not.
They demanded this.
You're demanding this.
Give your life update while I pull up this clip. You really just gonna sit in silence? Do I really have to take this podcast on my back?
I've been chilling. I just want to go back to having less responsibilities. And doing less work.
We were still in school too when we started this, but like for some reason, being back here, I feel like I'm swamped way more with work.
Well, I know I am because I only took 3 classes last semester, so it was pretty easy. But now I have to take 4.
Damn, life's so hard for you.
Yeah, I just want to like have less responsibilities.
It was 3 years ago.
Yeah, you actually look like a joke.
Yeah, but I thought Bad and Bougie came out in 2016.
No, you're mixing that up with, I don't know. What else happened in 2016? What was a big song in 2016?
It came out in 2017. I'm not that far off.
I was right. Also, that's not 3 years. That's 4 years.
Yeah, no, but the video with Joe Budden.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Oh, I got the math.
Dude, we referenced this in the past podcast. Jake has an addiction to pills, and he's not willing to admit it. I think now is your time to have a public apology.
Meth and pills are not the same thing.
You can get prescribed meth. And I'm not talking like Adderall. I mean like actually meth. That's like, I forget what it's. Look up meth. Look up what meth is used for like health.
I'm looking up medical meth.
There's definitely some legitimate reasons. I don't know.
Maybe it immediately gave me a number for a helpline.
No, imagine if you had like narcolepsy and they just give you meth to make you not fall asleep.
It just says it can treat ADHD. Just meth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, doesn't Adderall do that? So
I mean, it's technically like a cousin
of
almost. Like a dipsit. I cannot speak.
I think meth is like, I don't know, like some 2 times powerful, 3 times more powerful than
more potent.
Adderall.
Oh, I forgot. I was gonna start a timer to see how long we're going.
We can look right there.
Yeah, I don't have my contacts in.
Yeah,
so more life updates. We both turned 21, so happy birthday to us, I guess. We're back at school. School's back in the orange zone, so we're back. Kind of in a quarantine again.
Yeah. I just can't emphasize the amount of like I feel like I'm one of the least privileged people on the planet for what I have to go through with the pandemic.
That is just a bold take.
I can't.
Imagine being a freshman
I can't
right now.
party at college, Jake. What am I supposed to do? I might as well be homeless on the streets.
Imagine being a freshman and not knowing like your roommate.
Yeah, that would really suck.
Like you're just like there all the time with this random
person that you pretty much have to like.
Yeah.
And if you don't, think like where do you go into quarantine to escape them? You get COVID on purpose to leave your room.
You can't even go to the common room right now. Like, what do you like? Sit in the bathroom?
Sit in the bathroom and what? Like read books. Take Xanax.
What?
It's a throwback to the first episode. Real members know that.
Real members.
Very
real members are 40 now because we haven't uploaded in so long.
You're not wrong about that. Yeah, do you want to explain why there was such a long pause other than that faux explanation you gave earlier about, oh, I have more work?
The reason I've been throwing a fit.
Mm-hmm.
Noah left the lights at home.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, see, look at this.
You brought him back after break.
What about this over here?
Those don't. So we have like 2 lamps that like make this room semi.
Jake is
like
wrong.
lit.
Jake is wrong on this.
And it's mostly like a dungeon here most of the times, other than the 2 gaming PCs.
I mean, it was a dungeon before though. To be fair.
Before what?
Are you talking about the OG dungeon, or are you saying this is a dungeon?
I'm saying this is a dungeon. I think we had more light in the other studio.
Don't spruce it up. This is a dungeon.
It's a studio. We gotta throw out these buzzwords. I'm trying to get advertised.
Look up top 10 buzzwords of
2021
of April 2021 because we gotta be fresh.
Yeah. TikTok.
Oh Lord, I'm not trying to do TikTok buzzwords. I'm like political buzzwords is what I'm looking for.
I don't want to do political buzzwords.
I do. I would love to do political buzzwords.
All right. Top 10 IT and technology buzzwords you won't be able to avoid.
I don't want IT. No, Jake. I want like the juicy, like controversial, like people.
Yeah, because you don't understand
riled up. That's how we get big people on our videos.
You're not
like
thinking
physically large.
You're
people.
not thinking big tech because you're thinking about right now. You have the general cloud. I'm trying to extend it to the distributed cloud.
Jeff Bezos has the cloud.
No, to the distributed cloud. So we redistribute the cloud from the top through.
So
Jeff
you're
Bezos.
saying we have a corporate socialist revolution, and Jeff Bezos is the White Russians, and we're the Red. Wait, what would be like the new like the neo communist color for the technocrats in Silicon Valley? Neon green. It's neon green.
Gurple.
No, it's actually it would be something like that. I feel like that's a nerdy color. It's like,
dude,
oh, what's your favorite color?
Gurple. Like,
such...
I feel like
I would only get that answer from like a short kid with glasses.
I was about to say every kid that was bullied in middle school said Gurple. I said Gurple.
Yeah, so the Gurple communist revolution to redistribute the cloud. So can we choose who gets the cloud? I don't think we should redistribute
No,
it
I think
everybody.
artificial intelligence should do that.
So how do we get that? What kind of artificial
an extended
intelligence?
reality.
What kind of an extended reality?
5G enhanced. I'm just reading off this list of buzzwords.
This is connecting. Keep going. So a 5G. Go back.
Well, we gotta start with a VUI. Are you aware what a VUI is?
Is that like Wi-Fi?
A voice to user interface.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. So we speak it into existence.
You said VUI? You mean VOI?
No, VUI. VUI.
Voice something. Voice what?
Voice as user interface.
As user. Okay, so there's a U. What's a VOI? VOI is a thing. You gotta look it up. If only we were smarter. This is what we pay to go to college for, to know these random factoids.
VOI scooters, the great magic wheels.
Yeah.
Boy, you know, like the.
I loved that as a kid. I was a big.
Boy guy?
Yeah.
Boar guy?
As a child, Jake, how dare you say that?
I mean, chef don't judge. Chef don't judge.
Chef do judge. Chef judges quite a bit.
Chef don't, like, unless you're bringing up Posey. Scientology.
Jake, who would be if you were like gonna go to jail for first-degree murder? What cartoon character would you want as the judge?
As the judge?
Yeah.
What cartoon character would I want as the judge of my trial?
Like,
you know,
you could have murdered the person or not. It doesn't matter.
We're coming out of left field here, right? Billy from Billy and Mandy. I feel like
has to be an adult though. Has to be an adult.
What? You need to specify that.
Don't you know like the regulations for applying
I'm going
for
with
the job
Grunkle
of judge?
Stan from Gravity Falls.
Can you pick one that I know so I can relate to it as well?
I'm sorry that you don't understand the new age.
No, I wasn't watching
Lola
kids shows
Bunny.
when I was 18. You're right.
Lola Bunny.
Lola Bunny? The new or the old one?
You don't even tempt me with that question. You know what I'm going with.
I was just hoping you were going on the right path. Sometimes I gotta test you.
Why are you burping on
Call me Wanda Williams. You know that clip where she burps and farts at the same time? Just look up Wendy Williams. Just look up Wendy Williams and then turn the laptop around and just have a picture of her. Please.
You asked so much of me.
If you're gonna be the Jamie, then
I'm
you
not
gotta
the
be
Jamie.
the Jamie. Then why you got the laptop? I'm the Jamie offset or
why do we want
I'm
not
offset. I am Jamie behind the scenes, but you're Jamie in the scene.
But how does that make you offset?
I don't have to explain myself.
I can't anymore. I'm canceling this.
Jake, I remember on the. Oh no, they don't remember. It wasn't a release podcast. But we went over earlier that I'm like ascending in terms of knowledge and the spirit.
I have ascended.
So, at some point, these podcasts are really just going to be me spewing mass intelligence to people, akin to Einstein, but using like FDR's like fire group talk or whatever it was, fireside talks that he would give.
I'm just gonna let you ramble because like.
Okay, well, so so essentially Elon Musk plus Einstein, but as FDR, but to the people in modern age through podcasting, which is what I'm
This
doing.
is why we don't get views. You've like alienated like 50% of the population.
I've just accumulated the largest intelligences and compared them to myself, and then used.
What about
like,
Ender from Ender's Game?
Ender was no. What was his name? Bontho. I like that guy. I think he got punched in the face or something.
Is that why you liked him? Did you relate to like?
No, his name was funny. I think he got killed. I think he gets beat to death in the bathroom or something.
No, that's like
somebody gets beat to death.
That's corn pop.
It's not corn.
You know how? So
how dare you bring up political commentary?
Have you heard like the new like? Blake again. Have you heard the new series of books that are being written by like this one guy on TikTok who like he takes like American and like classic novels and adds like small things to them and re-releases them. So like there's The Great Gatsby, but Nick has scoliosis, and every chapter there's a slight reference to Nick having scoliosis.
Does that impact the overall plot?
No, it's the same exact story.
Oh, it would be way more cool if he was like reinventing the story and actually had like a good spin on it.
Or like a Frankenstein, but Frankenstein's monster has a gluten allergy. I don't know where we. Oh, what if I wrote Ender's Game, but it was with corn
like,
pop?
So you're like Orson Scott Card, but back during like the era of segregationists.
How old is Orson Scott Card?
I don't know. He's pretty old, but like
that's a baller name, Orson Scott Card.
Yeah, I got his name as like a question for Masterminds one time, and I was popping off. That was the first 69. One I ever got. Dude, I hate any people, any like nerds out there. I'm speaking to you that do Masterminds and you answer all the questions. What do you think you're doing? You're ruining. Like I can't tell you how eviscerated I felt like in terms of dignity and my view of my person when I would go up and sit for like an hour and do Masterminds, and the same kid would keep getting the same answers right, or not the same answer, but he would always get answers right. So I'm just left out to dry.
See,
I can't even get a word in because he's like.
See, for me, the bigger issue with Masterminds was like in practice, I'd be killing it because I'd just be throwing out answers because I didn't care. And then we get
as
into
soon
the
as
game,
you get in there, it's like I don't want to look stupid and lose because I know there's smart people on my team that could get the answer right.
So I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna say what I think it is, and then like it's like when I'm playing Jeopardy, like I'll just throw out answers. The money's on the line. But if I was ever on Jeopardy,
dude,
I'd feel
Jeopardy is a game that I do not like playing with some people.
I love Jeopardy. No matter who I play with.
It's a fun. Jeopardy is fun and I enjoy it, but like it's not fun when all of the again. It's just Masterminds all over again. It's PTSD.
I think you just have an inferior.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Where are you, Christmas? Go ahead, just drink on the podcast. Just drink your water and take a long water break. All right, welcome to the Jake Cast, the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
The Jake Cast, the podcast within the podcast. Yeah, so we're back after all that.
We are really back. I mean, if you think about it.
What's been like? We had Easter break, so like, what big things have you thought? Yeah, I needed that too. It was nice to go down to Disney, pay homage to the theme park world as I usually do. Shout out Podcast The Ride.
Pay homage, pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for drinks at Disney.
It wasn't that much. Shout out Podcast The Ride. Great podcast. I want to give them a shout out. I know none of them are watching.
I have nothing against the guys, but not my cup of tea.
But yeah, it was great to be down. Epcot is probably the best place in the entire world, in my opinion, to spend your 21st birthday. I got to try drinks from all around different places. I got to go on a slow moving boat ride through Mexico, but inside and not in Mexico.
That's cultural appropriation. I hope you know that.
Well, Donald Duck's in it.
Donald Dunk?
Donald Dunk.
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck. That's what I meant. You know that's what I meant.
I only picked on him at halfway through. It was just like, it took a little second.
Waiting for the new Ratatouille ride to come in.
Oh my god, why is there Ratatouille ride?
What do you mean? It's
Why
a
can't
gas
they do like
movie.
a Halo ride or something?
They don't own the rights to Halo.
But they could buy the rights to Halo. They are made of money, Jake. They have so much money. They
Not
can buy
right
anything
now.
they want. Yes, right now. Always.
The parks aren't. California's not
Dude,
even open yet.
You know they're popping off on Disney Plus. You know they're popping off.
I mean,
You
the
know
Marvel
they're
shows are kind of popping off, but that's all they got on Disney Plus.
That's so much money. What is it, like $15 a month?
No, it's like $7.
Still,
$7.99, I think. I think they
So
just raised the
$8?
prices actually.
They want more money.
I should know that because I pay it monthly.
See, like the thing is, I think millionaires are cool, and everything.
Clip that. Clip that.
But like, if I was I just like imagine like a Disney executive or like any big company executive, and you've been working the job for like 10 years, you've got like $100 million. Why would you keep working? Like who? I don't know. Maybe I just don't have like the drive to want to make like more. Like
I don't think you have a
150
taste
million.
for the lavish life.
I would just want to do other things with my life.
Like, I feel
I
the
don't want to
same
work
thing.
80 hours a week.
I feel the same thing. Like I would probably like I'd make like $100. Like nice, I'm out. But
just work for like 30 seconds and make $100 and like see you guys later.
But like, I need to stop saying like. I don't know how to stop doing that.
You want me to just call you out this entire
No,
podcast
because I'm
every
calling
time you
myself
say-
out mentally, and I'm just in my head today. I've heard this like. I heard this on like. Fuck. On other podcasts, I've like. I've watched this happen where they get caught in this like chain of saying likes.
Yeah. You just did it again.
Exactly, and then they're in their head for the entire episode, so they're just thinking the entire time, and they're just like, "Fuck, I can't."
You just have to think about what you're saying a little bit more. Speak more slowly.
That's
Because
very hard.
you're just
for
very
me.
rapid fire.
I am very rapid fire.
Yeah. So
I'm rapidamente.
what's the slowest that you could speak?
Hey.
That wasn't slow at all.
I'm speaking so slow that it's not picking it up on the mic.
It doesn't make any sense. It'd be the same volume.
No. You would understand frequencies?
Frequencies. When was the last time you had a garbage play?
My birthday.
You had one at Disney?
No. Well,
Oh, your faux birthday.
yeah, the one that we had here that Will made me.
Yeah. What do you think is your favorite birthday so far, not counting your 21st?
I was supposed to say my 21st.
Okay, that's an easy answer.
My 16th was pretty cool. I spent it in Disney. I went to Ohana.
What are your memories but Disney?
I don't want any other memories but Disney or theme park related knowledge.
Jake, they have you. They have you.
We've got like, you know that episode of SpongeBob where it's like Patrick and he's ate all the cheese off the hooks and it's just like his mouth is gaping.
Oh yeah.
That's me, and I'm okay with it.
That's humanity.
How's
Cause like I'm the same way with some things. It's like I'm just happy if I'm playing a lot of Counter-Strike or something.
yeah, like everyone has their shtick. Shtick?
Yeah, shtick. I don't know.
I'm looking at
How do
what's
I-
trending on Twitter.
What's your favorite new shtick?
My new shtick?
Not and TikTok. I would not consider new.
No. What has been my major new thing that I've been probably watching streamers that I wouldn't usually watch,
Oh, like
Offline TV
yeah.
and Ludwig and all them. I've been really interested in.
I do
their
like
content.
I do like offline too, from what we've seen.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of brainless, but it's fun brainless, and
It's brainless, but it feels like I
Yeah.
don't know if they're really good at playing it up or something, but it feels kind of wholesome.
yeah, I that's what I like. Same thing.
And I wouldn't put it past a Twitch streamer to like play up being wholesome.
Like,
but they
for
seem
example,
good.
Ludwig is wholesome, but in a way where it makes him feel like an asshole. Like the video he put out where it's like, "I'm not your friend." Like it's a wholesome video talking about parasocial relationships, but like he's making himself look like an asshole. Like
Yeah.
he'll purposely be a dick to his chat because that's like what he does. But it's coming from a place of
Yeah, like you don't want to be nice to everybody all the time, because then
We could be.
then it just you could, but like if people are having we've already talked about this like 2 or 3 times in the podcast, but it's good to like give people a little nudge every now and then and be kind of tough on them.
tough love. What? Just
Yeah.
like my Spanish oral conference. What does love mean?
Who do you think are the soft lovers out there?
Like, there's so many ways I could take that. What do you mean by that?
We were just talking about tough love, so like, what about the soft?
I swear to
lovers?
God, Noah, like the hardest part about doing a podcast with you is you just give me the most general topic and then just hit me with it, and it comes out of left field, and I don't know how.
Dude,
to...
I'm keeping the conversation going. I'm spicing things up.
No, it leaves me in shambles. I don't know how to respond. Like,
but that's how I get your most honest response is that you don't like you haven't thought about it previously. You're just going like based off of now.
like no, but I don't understand how to answer that question. Like, am I talking about like
you gotta think about it a little bit.
ethnicities that like give the most soft love, or like
what?
He said who gives the soft love?
Who are the soft
like my friends?
who are the soft lovers out there?
Celebrities, like stereotypes, like
no types of people, certain people that we know. It could be anything. It could be anything.
People who play Minecraft.
They're definitely
but like
and when I say soft lovers, I don't
Minecraft.
mean like physical soft lovers. I just mean like metaphorical.
Yes,
I guess. Just to clarify.
Creative mode players in Minecraft.
True.
People who send TikToks to other people but don't care if they watch it or not.
Also, I would say people that make food for you when you don't ask them to make food for you. That's like those are soft lovers. Those are soft lovers.
Yeah.
There's people that are like
the Paul brothers.
The Paul brothers are not soft lovers.
Did you see Logan Paul was on the WWE? On the WWE?
No, I did not.
He got knocked out.
By who?
I don't even know. I don't watch WWE. I just saw him get put in a headlock and like slam.
Oh, so it's not. But yeah, I forgot it. It's WWE. It's the WWE.
It's the WWE.
It's not like real fighting.
Whoa, you just alienated our WWE.
Well, I mean, they know that. It's
audience.
it's kind of like how I like TLC shows or like reality shows, like South Beach Toe. Those are just funny because, or they're so good because they're so fake. So I feel like wrestling's kind of like the same idea where it's like it's kind of like a show. At that point.
What was I was watching something and I was thinking about this the other day, but I didn't remember what spawned this.
This is so abstract right now.
It's about TLC shows and like
TLC. What are some other like cheesy? What are some other cheesy TV networks?
Honestly, the TLC.
Bravo.
Discovery.
They got nature.
Naked and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid, yes. But that's more realistic because they actually are like naked in a forest.
Yeah, I could do that.
You could, but you don't like. They have to survive. I don't know. I don't know actually how fake it is or not, but maybe they don't need to survive.
The Food Network is real shit. There's no faking the Food Network.
We were watching Hell's Kitchen the other night.
Were
you? Yeah, you were there with us.
Yeah.
Because I like looked up. I wanted to know if it was actually fake or not because it seems fake to me. But some dude did like a Reddit Ask Me Anything and he said like it's not fake. Gordon Ramsay's an asshole the entire time. But he also like everybody that did that show ended up saying like, oh, he was an asshole, but he was super helpful and knows so much about cooking. So I feel like that's the only reason he stays around. I think the played up
point is that like he plays up him being an asshole. Like I don't think Gordon Ramsay is normally at that level asshole.
So I would disagree because before he got his shows, I was watching a documentary on Gordon Ramsay. Before he got his shows,
I didn't know he was so
he was in, and probably nowadays, but he was in a kitchen, and so many of the workers complained about him like harassing them and acting the same way that he does in the shows, and like kind of like Whiplash, that movie, that kind of like J.K. Simmons-esque.
I was thinking John C. Reilly. That's not correct.
He's not in the movie. It's Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons.
I was thinking J.K. Simmons, but I was thinking John C. Reilly.
What movies has he done recently?
Dumb and Dumber 2.
That came out a while ago.
I know. I don't know. John.
You just capped there for no reason.
That was me putting on a cap. For the audio only listeners, I put on a cap.
You've always had one on.
He's in Wreck-It Ralph 2.
When did that come out?
I don't know.
He's one of my most uninteresting actors in my opinion. Funny guy, but just does the same person over and over.
No. See, you're not watching him in the right stuff because like there is
no. I don't watch a lot of movies these days.
Like Walk Hard, he was pretty good in. I watched like half of that and fell asleep. not because it wasn't good. He was in the Strict to Freak Vampire's Assistant. That movie was gas.
Was it really? I love the books or the series.
I don't remember. I just remember being like, ooh, edgy vampire movie on the Sci-Fi Network.
Did you like it when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad. It was definitely bad.
Why do you assume that? Audience, I have a question for you. Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Does it hold up or does it not hold up? I argue it holds up incredibly well.
Okay, my argument is that the only thing that holds up is its nostalgia because it fits an era so well. But we've passed that era, so that's why it doesn't hold up to modern time.
No, we haven't.
I can still watch it and appreciate it because it's like, oh, I watched this when I was a kid. Scooby-Doo, I know all blah, blah, blah. I get all the references. But I wouldn't, if that movie came out today, so it would make no money.
First of all, Daphne's fan base of just creepy dudes and like little girls makes perfect sense. Daphne also subverting her original stereotype in the TV show.
I'm saying their main audience is children. Children would not watch Scooby-Doo to
that is an adult film.
It is.
There's deeper references to deeper thoughts. I don't know where I'm going. Please come back up. I just enjoy Scooby-Doo movie, okay?
I'm not saying I don't enjoy it, but it's definitely dated. To be fair, not dated in a bad way. Like it doesn't hold up to today's standards. That's what kind of makes it good.
I think it does hold up to Josh Hutcherson's in this movie. I'm getting distracted. I need to stop.
Like I would show my kid when he or she is young this movie, but not like I feel like I got into Scooby-Doo when I was like 8, 9, 10. I would show my kid Scooby-Doo around like 4, 5, 6. Because all the other shows around them are going to be way better animated, so I want to show them something shitty when they can't see.
No.
Yeah.
No. See,
although I will be showing my kids Neon Genesis Evangelion. There's no question.
That'll be the first. That'll be the first show my kids can cognitively watch is gonna be. And I'm gonna see how that affects them.
As soon as they hit puberty, I'm gonna show them.
Like instead of giving them the talk, I'm gonna show them Neon Genesis Evangelion.
It's like, oh, you're becoming an adolescent and you're confused about everything and your emotions are crazy. Watch the show and
tell me what it means.
Who is Shinji? Who is Shinji?
Dude, imagine how emotionally scarring that could be to a child.
That's what happened to Griffin. That's what happened to Griffin. For anyone that doesn't know what the show is, you don't really need to know.
That's like a big fuck you. It's like well, you came in with such a genuine like, hey, whoever doesn't know about the show, I'm gonna actually. You don't need to know what it is.
Essentially, it's a scary show about being a teenager with.
It's robots. A coming of age story, but if a coming of age story was written by a schizophrenic man who was dating a girl who had massive amounts of anxiety.
Yeah, whose parents. One of them was dead. Well, you get the idea.
Then put into a robot.
Robots.
LCL and Ava Unit 1.
LCL is essentially the Kool-Aid, don't you think?
Like, are you talking like cult Kool-Aid?
Yeah. Jim Jones, People's Temple.
What's your opinion on Heaven's Gate?
Lame cult.
Really?
Lame.
I thought they were...
I mean, they did go out in style because they had some fire shoes on, and like they were all dressed up and everything. So I respect that. But otherwise, it's like do something fun, like move to a Colombian country, start a little tribe, kill an American political official, and then go from there.
Do you think cults are harder or easier to come by in a modern age?
The cults have changed, I think. So it's easier to come by cults, but they're different.
Would you consider fandoms cults?
No. I would consider a cult something that references an external power that's not well defined, that like is the derivation or is that of which is derived to be everything to some degree.
I get that. I think ARGs also... ARGs, AGRs?
ARGs, yeah.
What does that stand for?
Alternate reality games.
Yeah. I think those are like really interesting because everything could be like it's really hard to tell an ARG from actual reality.
Some of them are really, really good.
Which is like really interesting to me because like I don't know if I'll ever know
Yeah, how crazy do you think ARGs are gonna be like when AI can influence them even more, or benefit from them, or use that to benefit it?
Do you think ARGs are like the future of like horror games? Or do you think that it's just too niche and it's too hard?
It's not too niche.
I think they're better to follow where like you can't advertise an ARG like you can. Uh,
I think the difference between an ARG and a horror game, on some level, to me, is that you choose to play a horror game, but if ARGs get to be good enough at some level, and they're like horror-esque, then you're not like you just run into it and think it's reality, so you're not really choosing it. It's not like a game.
Yeah, but you're
At that
choosing
point, you're
how
just
deep you
manipulating
go into.
people.
I guess you are. It's just manipulate. But I think a lot of horror games are moving more towards to trying to be like an ARG. Like to reference, this could be out of left field for you, but Doki Doki Literature Club, where like it's altering files on your computer as you play. Like
Literally every game is doing that.
No, but like it like that's a part of the game. Like it shows that like it's doing that. Like it's supposed to freak you out. That's like, oh, like this file was different. Now if I go to the code again, it'll be changed again.
Yeah, I think that's a cool idea. I think
like that's like another level of reality bending that brings you closer to the game. Like I think that's something that moves is ARG adjacent, I guess. But like
I think it's somewhat adjacent, but because you're playing a game, you know that whatever files it's changing aren't gonna like destroy it. But if it's an ARG and you think that's reality,
yeah, because if you think you're getting emails from someone who's like actually
like gonna kill you or something,
yeah,
or wants you to join this call, or they're gonna kidnap your family, something like that.
Yeah, when do people start drawing the lines with ARG? Because I feel like there's some like weird, like from what I've seen.
I think some ARGs will set up like other people as decoys almost. It's just them.
Yeah.
And then they'll like interact with the main hub or whatever. And that I think that just makes it seem a lot more real than it actually is. But I don't think they really interact with people too much directly.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's interesting to see like another thing about ARGs because it's hard to track on the internet, like how many people stumble upon it. Like,
yeah,
I would love to know how many ARGs are out there that we still haven't like really gotten into.
I wonder how many people know what ARG
and
means.
How long has this been, like how? When do you think ARGs started? Like, is this a new thing or is this like?
That's a good question. I feel like it would have to start after I don't know. I feel like around YouTube is when ARG started.
Because there's always been weird rabbit holes of the internet, but I feel like
there have maybe I don't know when there was like the website boom or whatever.
I did watch this really interesting YouTube video, kind of like YouTube documentary. I like the idea of like there's plenty of VHSs you could buy from like secondhand stores and stuff like that, where if you watch them, they feel terrifying. VHS is an old format, so it automatically feels different. There's no context. Like what they did is they showed a clip from like a family's birthday party, but they like showed like just like different clips of like how it would be played out, and it like felt creepy because like I didn't know who these kids are. Why is there's a cloud? It's like it's flickering, and like stuff like that, and it seems creepy. And then he's like, "Oh, that's actually a video like from my childhood, but to you guys, it seems terrifying because you don't have the context behind it."
Mm-hmm.
So like, I think a lot of stuff on the internet originated from either like someone posting something and then like years later someone rediscovering it and not understanding like the inside joke or something like that. Yes, and then that's kind of what birthed like, so it's like, oh, this is a cool idea if we like flesh this out. Yeah. And then ARGs kind of were born out of that. And that would be like my theory behind it. Because there's a lot out there where, like there's so many YouTube videos that have 0 views. Like think about the people who put out content and it just
and no one ever sees it because there are like tens of, maybe even hundreds of billions of videos on YouTube.
Yeah, it's like the same idea as lost media, like it's just out there. And
I mean, you could find it, but you're never going.
You're gonna have to search a while, and there's people who do that, which is super interesting. Like I'm always
sometimes you don't even know what you're searching for.
Yeah, like where do you start? And then sometimes it'll be like completely in the last spot you expect. Like it'll just like I remember they were looking for this, I think it's called like Clock Tower. It was like an old animated TV show. And like they found it after like 20 years of it not being on the air. They were searching for like 5 of it to like try and find a recording of it. And they just, or like TV shows that. Well, like,
I've heard of a lot of TV
yeah.
shows that are lost, or they just don't like. They know of its existence, it's documented in writing, but they don't have the film.
It's an interesting thing to like loop it to like theme parks too. Here we go again. But like the Universal lot, I believe they like had like they often have fires where things burn, and a lot of people suppose like King Kong burnt down, and a lot of people suppose it's because the animatronic wasn't working that well anymore, and they wanted to burn it for insurance money to put something else there. But they also like burnt like half of like a bunch of original recordings of like different artists and movies that were just lost now because they were burned up in the fire. And like it's still weird that like film is still kind of like it's still physical copies. Like a lot of original copies, like original recordings, are just like it's stored somewhere and like they can easily just be lost. It's like it's more spread out through the internet, but there's still like the original copies idea is still they're still tangible and still could be lost, like the Library of Alexandria.
I was about to say that because didn't that set back like general intelligence
so much,
like many years?
Yeah, like many years, and it didn't really come back until like a bunch of I don't remember if it's priests or like monks, even not monks, but like some form of religion that like is
what they just
like
focused on conservation of history.
Yeah, and they like just rewrote, not rewrote, but like wrote what they had left, try to continue what they had, and but it like there's a lot of information that's lost of like things we could have understood about Rome or even what was the Mermaidian people that we were talking, like not actual mermaids but the
sea people,
that like
yeah they I feel like there was definitely some about the sea people in there.
Yeah, that there was an entire civilization. They were super powerful. They had a ton of boats, and now it's just gone because
no reference to where it is.
Decided to burn down
was it just an arsonist?
I think it was during a war. I think it was like a group of
what
barbarians. There we go, like vandals. I was thinking.
Damn, those scumbags.
Because like they're just like, oh, we're gonna. I'm pretty sure that's how it burned.
They just decided to burn it because they were like.
I think they were pillaging, and they were just like, oh, we'll burn this, and then it's like, no, stop.
Stop that.
Knowledge.
Will progress all of society.
And they're like, haha, we've done it. We've destroyed English, or I guess
we've destroyed English. No.
I wonder, like, I always have this question. I've had this question for like a hot minute of just like civilizations and like how we would evolve in different like circumstances. Like, would you have those like isolated areas of Africa still where like tribes have been like untouched and still live like they have for thousands of years. But since America is so large, if there was never interference, which also is an oxymoron because I don't think there would be like I don't think we'd evolve in any way where there'd never be interference to this whole new mass. But would we continue to live the same way, or would we evolve along the same patterns? Like, what made Europeans go into like a feudal system while other places in the world stuck with hunter-gatherer and other ideas? Like, is it a lack of land? And if so, like you even see it in like the Middle East, like with Egypt and like the Mesopotamia. It's just like how do groups evolve and why?
I think it's almost like not like a good question, because the idea that these other groups aren't like evolving at the same rate, it's hard to just make that a constant, that people in the Americas and people in Africa and people in Europe and Asia were not like all going at similar rates, because I feel like they were obviously at different points in time, but like or maybe not at different points in time, but overall there's still tons of development of like civilization and society, and
that's more my question. I guess it got lost in how I'm explaining it, but like say we had like walls around like each civilization.
So like which one would develop faster?
No, like it's not which one would develop faster. It's more the idea of would we all converge on the same type? Like,
Oh, definitely not. I think
like
definitely
would
not.
everything be would it be different in a case by case scenario, or are we all just kind of converging on the same?
I feel like it's
the
tough
same
because
point.
we
It's a very hard
essentially-
thought experiment that I've.
I think we because we essentially all came from the same like group of people, that tradition has been passed on to have like some constants between everybody. Obviously, there's definitely way less constants overall. Like I think people are shaped by their climate, both in terms of like how they live and also how they view spiritual life. I think, yeah, because like you think of like gods in Africa, that's different than gods in the Americas and whatnot. And maybe I think because they have different religions, I think religion is probably the main driving force in the beginning. Because they have different religions, they would value different things, and as a result, develop different technologies or different advancements in society. So it would be really tough to judge. You'd have to analyze each general continent or area.
I don't even think
intensely.
you could like have an answer to it in the end. It's just like
You could have like a guess.
Yeah.
That's the best you could get.
because it like that's not it's not possible for it. Not all the I feel like it was inevitable for someone to take over large areas, and it was inevitable. It was inevitable for like convergence to happen. I think like a lot of things converge.
Yeah.
And I think that like that's a lot of like, I don't know how to explain this any further. Just like kind of like America, or like compared to like the European Union, like it's always a question of like, should they become more connected, or should they stay their own separate countries?
So
And,
you're arguing that there's like a natural drive to converge between like people or humanity as a whole.
yeah.
It's an interesting thought. I think people are driven to be with other people, to feel safety and comfort and whatnot, and interact. I don't know how far that goes.
I don't think you could ever completely converge either, though. I don't think there's
you almost,
unless there's an external force. I've always thought that if aliens were to come, would be the only time that everyone would come together.
yeah. So I think it's within humanity to have. I think humanity has like a desire to be like all together on some level, or at least that's there inside of everybody. Because like if you imagine like I just want everything to be peaceful and everyone to like agree with, well, not everyone agree with each other, but everybody to agree to live their own lives and do what they want.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like most people probably want that, unless you're, I don't know, like a hardcore Christian or Jew or something,
or just hardcore,
or hardcore atheist. To be fair, yeah.
Asshole. That you can just asshole.
A cringy 13-year-old kid.
Just like
now alienating the atheists.
just posting on like Reddit, like, oh, you stupid loser, like,
I can't believe you believe in God. Jesus was fake.
You believe in God? Well, let me show you this this no scope clip. Believe in him now? just like a hard scope.
A hard scope on
Bandicam.
Hard scope Bandicam on Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yeah.
Like, okay, kid, you're going places.
That's the next president. That's what we were talking about earlier. Like,
how weird it is to think that we're gonna probably have access to the next president's text and Snapchats and Instagram account and everything. They're not gonna be able to scrub it. I think technology's gonna advance too quickly to be able to locate somebody's presence online in every avenue for us to be able to try and like not hide it, but keep things private, I guess.
I think I agree with that, but I think not more importantly, but I think there's going to be a more, like, as this continues to happen, there's a better understanding of like, what's the word, like holding someone accountable to like what they said.
Yeah, accountability.
But at the same time, I feel like there has to be like it's like a push and pull where it's like, yes, I'm accountable for this, but like I'm moving forward. Yeah. And like I feel like a lot of the internet is still fairly new for even us, like growing up. So
yeah, I mean it was new to us at the time.
Yeah, so it was like it truly was like a lawless land looking back. Like even up until like 2015, 2016, it felt like a lawless land.
Yeah, I almost wish I was born like 5 years ago, so I would have a better idea of what life was like before the internet. Because I feel like we got internet and phones and everything kind of in around puberty, or at least had more
Yeah.
access to it. Like, because yeah, it's crazy to think internet. Like people didn't have access to the internet like way more back in the day.
Yeah.
Like pretty much everybody does nowadays that needs the internet
Yeah.
or can benefit it from it greatly. But well, I mean, obviously there's people that don't have the internet that could benefit it from it greatly, but. Like, it's just everywhere. Everywhere you look is the internet somewhere.
Yeah.
The internet or like some high technological
Sound like a
thing.
boomer.
I know, but it's. I'm just saying like it's. We don't ever realize that because we never really lived that life.
Well, I feel like I at least kind of like I remember like I don't remember greatly, but like
That's what I mean. Is I wish I remembered it a little bit better. Because
yeah.
I don't really. Most of my life has been the internet.
Yeah, I guess because like I think there's a difference between the internet and mobile internet, if that makes sense. Like there was a difference
I
of like
agree.
me growing up like watching YouTube like at my PC and then like me having an iPod that I could connect to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, when did you? I first got like an iPod Shuffle.
I got 10th birthday.
Yeah, I think it was around 10.
And that only had music. It had a trivia game where I could guess the music on my phone or iPod. I remember I had Cyclone by Baby Bash. Bumped that a lot. Paralyzer by Five Finger 11. I think it was Finger 11, Five Finger 11. I remember my mom had to sit me down because she said it was a problem because I'd be out in public and I'd be singing. And she's
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
I sing with you guys. I don't sing when I'm alone. I dance a little. I lip sync.
I don't believe you.
I do. I was walking to get my COVID test today, and I was listening to Kim Dragula, and I was like, Papa, I'm your biggest fan. But like I wasn't singing it. I was just head bobs. So no one knows what I'm listening to.
Yeah, nobody knows what you're listening to because like you're probably not even head bobbing like on rhythm. So they can't even like pick up the
That's
song
why
from
that. Oh my god, we're like into this podcast. I just had like a mental breakthrough. It's why I like 100 Gex because there's no actual beat to it. It's just noise.
You're not wrong. Well, I haven't listened to a lot of them, but it is a lot of noise.
But like the beat switches so much where it doesn't matter. Like I'm just like moving.
Yeah, your head is just like rocking.
Yeah.
For
And
most
my
of
eyes
the
are
song.
rolled back, and I'm
It
like,
doesn't matter when it's rocking.
I'm speaking to like intergalactic beings about the truth.
Was it you or Alex I was talking to about, like, do you think people are born with or without rhythm?
I think Alex,
Okay.
but I think
Well,
I think people are born with not. I think some people are born with it, and some people are born without it. Like I think it's more of like
Yeah, so I would agree with that, where it's like the extremes are there, where it's like you're born with it or without it.
it's like
but
left or right side of the brain.
Otherwise in the middle, you're kind of like, you're not exactly born with it, but you can't, like, you're able to learn how to have rhythm, or you're not. It's not impossible for you to learn.
Like I struggle because like I'm either off rhythm naturally, or I try too hard, overthink it, and then I'm also off rhythm.
Yeah, that's a classic problem with like people that are trying to get into. Well, because did you ever play an instrument growing up?
Yeah, I played the tuba.
When did you play the tuba?
In like 3rd through 5th grade.
Maybe you were born without rhythm. Because I would have figured like early musical exposure would be really good for getting.
Well, I
rhythm.
always loved music too. Like growing up, I had a guitar. I tried to teach myself how to play guitar until I was jamming out fake playing the guitar to some rock music and smashed into my basement pretending to be a rock star. I wanted to be a rock star so badly. I wanted to be like Drake from Drake and Josh. I wanted to be like the cool
Drake from State Farm.
I wanted to be the epitome of like eyeliner, like punk rock.
How did you get exposed? Yeah, like what caused your personality to develop?
It's a loaded question.
No, like how did you get into like I don't know how to describe it,
like
but
that kind of music.
I guess kind of like punk-esque or just
My
like very very raw emotions.
my
But
uncle,
I don't know, raw teenage
I remember my
emotions is
uncle
kinda,
showed me Green Day when we were pretty young playing Brawl.
like Smash.
Yeah, in their basement. I remember he showed me one time. He showed me Green Day, and he's like, they're great live. They're a great band. Because I was also listening to like Soulja Boy, and I grew up listening to Nickelback, Matchbox 20.
There we go.
And Linkin Park. Like Linkin Park was like my favorite band for years. And then I started listening to Green Day, and then a little bit later on, Skrillex, also introduced by my uncle, because I remember sitting there in the basement listening to Scary Monsters, Nice Sprites, and asking him what language they were singing in. And he was like, it's not a language, just beats. And I was like, wait a second.
So
And then he couldn't even
differentiate between like music and
language, yeah. And then he put on Dota by Bass Hunter, you know,
Yeah.
and then that's in a language. That's in Swedish,
right? Yeah.
So like that confused me as well. Also, that music video will be ingrained in my head of listening to that, like their like unfinished part of their basement on like a PC, and just like just seeing this guy playing Dota and like two hot chicks just like eating a popsicle, or not popsicle, like a sucker next to him, and he's just like having a LAN party. I think that definitely fucked me up. Like that like led to like my beliefs as a human now. It's like that music video. You can circle that. Watching the Scooby Doo movies, like
I watched the OG show. I used to watch the OG show.
No. I'm talking about like the OG movies, like the Zombie Island. They always had like punk rock kind of anthems to them, including the one where they're in Australia with the 3 vampires, because it was like the vampires were Kiss, and then there was, you know, the Hex Girls. Shout out to my girls, Rose, Thorn, and Luna.
Fake.
I think Luna's the, yeah.
Dude, I grew up. My dad loved Dukes of Hazzard, so we had like an entire collection of the Dukes of Hazzard. No, it was a great show. I love Dukes of Hazzard. I hadn't seen it in a while.
It's wild. It's a wild show.
Yeah, no, it's a fun show. It is like very dated, as we were referencing earlier to Scooby Doo. Dated in a different way. Yeah, many different ways. Yeah. But a fun show regardless. From what I can remember. I'm not trying to get canceled out here. I'm just saying, I was a little kid. The show was fun. They were doing jumps with their cars. So don't come for me.
So probably my next step into rock was Guitar Hero, because I played like all the songs on Guitar Hero, but there was one in particular, Scream, Aim, and Fire by Bullet for My Valentine. I love that song. I knew all of the lyrics. I only did the singing on it, and the entire thing was about like shooting into a war zone. It was like, as I scream, aim, and fire, my death toll goes higher. Scream, aim, fire, and I just get so hyped. And then that's when I got into like my Hollywood Undead phase, and I remember flipping into the Hollywood Undead phase because there was like a SpongeBob edit on YouTube where it was like SpongeBob sings "Undead" by Hollywood Undead, and this song was like cusses, rap, rock, and I was like, damn, this shit's dope.
So when did your uncle show you music for the first time, or like get you on a Green Day? And
I was probably like 10 when we were listening to Green Day.
I don't know.
But like not like American Idiot, and like I think, what year did 21 Guns come out?
I don't know.
I think that was like the year it came out.
I feel like I never really developed a taste in music until I was like in high school. I not to say that I didn't like music or didn't play instruments or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like I was late to the music game. Everybody had been listening to music for a while.
21st Century Breakdown came out in 2009, so that lines perfectly up. So I was about 9.
Yeah, because I remember I got my iPod Shuffle, but I don't know. I guess I just didn't use it that much because I feel like most people I talk to have been into music since they were like a kid, but for some reason I just didn't get into music until like 9th grade.
Another like repressed rock moment was getting the Kids Bop CD, and they had a Skater Boy cover on there, and I remember really liking that. So that's how I got into Avril Lavigne.
I don't need your entire history of like punk like rock, edgy adolescent music. I just wanted to know how you got into it.
Then I tiptoed around metal, and here I am today.
Here you are with Dababy exclusively. Only Dababy.
Nah, I just found a new like a. I love finding artists that have like under like 10,000 followers on
Yeah,
Spotify. It's like my
who are your up and coming artists? I would say the ones that I like to pick up recently. A lot of Deontay Hitchcock. He's pretty amazing.
see. I haven't been listening to a lot of rap recently, so like
It doesn't have to be rap, but I
uh
would say like Deontay Hitchcock. Um, who else is small?
she's
I
not.
don't know. I like a lot of Griselda. They're not exactly small, but they just don't get enough attention in my opinion.
I mean, I found this song today, and there's only one song out. It came out this year, but Yuko EXE. I've been listening to a lot too. Bombshell.exe is her newest song, but she's like 32,000 listeners.
No, you can't look. That's cheating. That's cheating. You just gotta know like your top ones. That you're
Well,
just
well,
thinking.
I just started a new playlist with like a lot. Oh, Magnolia Park. That would be right off the top of my dome. Magnolia Park. I've added a bunch.
Well, you
of
just
songs in. I'm trying to see how many listeners they have. Magnolia Park has. Oh wow, they blew up recently. They have almost 200,000 listeners now. I started listening at like 50,000, but they're super good. They're definitely a punk like skater band.
So did you ever
Until
get
I
into...
Wake, it's pretty good. Oh, shout out Pat Connolly. If you like emo rock music, fuck, what's the name of the band? Planet Mercury. Yeah, Planet Mercury. They're a Holy Cross alums, and it's great. I fucking love their band.
What is it? Punk?
Yeah, it's all punk. They used to do shows here. They said they'd come back and do a show once things.
So how come you never got into skating if you liked?
I tried. I have no coordination.
Oh, so you just couldn't. You just didn't want to keep going. And
Like I had a skate ramp that I had skateboards. I fell a lot.
So what do you think would happen?
And also,
if
have
got
you
into...
met my mother? Like, do you think she'd let me hang around skate parks?
Yeah, probably not. But what if you did get into skating? What would have happened?
Well, first of all, I dress like I dress myself now how I wanted to dress myself when I was like 10. So like I'm wearing Vans. I have like a beanie on 24/7. I got my joggers, my like anime t-shirts, my
Yeah, I feel like
shit
you're
like
one of the
that.
few people that can say you did what you wanted to do when you were a kid.
Yeah, like I have that.
Or you've done a lot of the things.
That hasn't escaped me. Like I grew out my hair, which does not look good, but I grew it out finally. Like I always wanted to grow out my hair as a kid.
Yeah, you might want to get a haircut.
I'm getting a haircut. I know it's. I don't know. I've always like I wanted like long hair, but like my hair doesn't grow like that. My hair's,
you mean
like, thin.
down to your shoulders?
Like not because it would look too straight, like straight, like not like it wouldn't curl up at all, or like it wouldn't.
You wanted a mullet?
Not like a mullet, but like I wanted like just like longer hair. Like I don't know how to give an example.
Like an afro?
Not like an afro, but like it would just go
Dreads.
straight down. Like it wouldn't look good.
Jake, I would love to see you in dreads.
I still haven't dyed my hair. That's like one of the things I wanted to do, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that at this point. I think I've like kind of grown past that.
Yeah, now you're on to tattoos. That's the more mature dyeing your hair.
I'm definitely onto tattoos, which is a problem because I don't have any. I have to wait 2 more years.
Where's your first tattoo gonna be?
I haven't decided yet. I was always gonna be Life's Too Short Not to Smile, but I haven't decided if I'm gonna do it this way, or if I'm gonna get like it's like a 2 dots and a smiley face and have it like written underneath, like right here.
I feel like you should go with I don't know. The dark mark here would be sick. You can't
see
lie.
like a part of me really wants to like dive deep and get like a lot of pop culture tattoos because you know me, I love my pop culture references, especially like niche ones. But like I don't know how much I want to commit to those yet, especially if I go into teaching because right now it's still a lot of places don't hire you if you have visible tattoos.
So would you still get that one here then?
I don't like that's like one of the reasons why I'm still pausing on getting it here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever seen a teacher with a visible tattoo.
Yeah,
but do you think that's changing?
I think so. I feel like a lot of
like how come?
I prefer it to. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are viewing it as like less like socially shocking. I feel like more and more people get tattoos than before.
I know that my parents are very much against tattoos, and so
So
are my
am I.
grandparents. So I wonder once those like generations age out, is that gonna change?
Well, because
I think a lot of
next we got
people
millennials in, and I think millennials
they
will be
love
more. Yeah,
tattoos.
and then it's us.
Yeah, so I wonder if the like millennial tattoos will be
And I
too
think it depends
sour
on
for
the
our
it
generation.
depends on the tattoos too. Like if
A lot of people
there's
get
a difference
stupid
between
tattoos.
there's a difference between like that, like a small thing like that, or like a whole sleeve, which I would also be like down with the whole sleeve. Nothing against a sleeve, but like there's a difference between the two.
It's way more of a commitment to do an entire sleeve.
Yeah, and it's mad expensive. Like if you want it done right, it is pricey to get good tattoos.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever get a sleeve. It would be cool, but I feel like I'd have to beef up my arms if I was
Yeah,
to get a
me too.
sleeve.
I've always
I
said like
can't just have it
I'd
like
have to
this.
like if I wanted to get like a chest piece, not like a chest piece, but like something on my chest or like something on my back, I'd want to be more in shape
Mm-hmm.
when I got it. Like I would definitely get. I do really like the. I was thinking about getting here.
Yeah,
If I got
like
an
this
anime tattoo,
right here is a good spot for a tattoo.
if I got an anime tattoo, I'd get right here. See you later, Space Cowboy, in the font because that's like a sick. That
Well, you gotta watch all of Cowboy Bebop first.
well, I'm almost finished. I started
Did you start
watching it
rewatching
again.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, where are you right now?
Right now, I've just gotten back to the Cloud episode. The one where they're at the fair.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, banger show. Banger
Dude,
show.
I also saw like a thread on it because I was reading up on it. Like how each character is a perception of time. Where Spike is
You mean like an example of an era?
not of
Each
an
one is-
era, but like Spike doesn't want to move forward.
Oh, so you mean like collectively?
Yes.
For one,
Yeah.
like one person.
Yeah,
moving
Spike
through
doesn't
life
want to
is, like-
move forward. Faye found the family she wanted but can't go back. Or maybe it was Jet who wanted to. I don't know. I was reading it like late.
It sounds profound.
Yeah, it's just like an example of like how each character is like kind of told like through a different perspective of how they want to move forward with their life with time. Because like everything's like a lot of stuff is kind of left up to you to like not interpret, but like you don't see it. It tells and doesn't show a lot.
And it doesn't necessarily need to be one thing. Like
Yeah.
it could be.
Yeah.
It depends on what kind of show you're trying to watch, or what you're trying to get out of the show. Really.
Yeah. That's definitely the Cowboy Bebop is definitely gets its credits for a good reason. Like I'm
It's
a
not
known
just a
person.
Jamoke show.
I'm a known person who's not a huge Akira fan.
Oh, you mean Akira?
I know it's people say the animation style is like so artistic. It's something off-putting to me. I just
What you might not have picked up on that is likely off-putting unconsciously is that the dub is not synced up to their mouths moving.
oh at all.
No. It it kind of works, but you can easily tell.
Oh yeah, that might have been it. But like it's just it's there's something when I watch an anime that I enjoy that it's kind of choppy. Like there's scenes where like I want it to flow well, like definitely like a fight scene, but like I'm okay with like choppier scenes.
I get what you're saying.
And, like,
because Akira is like a lot of
it's very
smooth
because it's animated so well. They animated each frame so well. It flows right, but it feels like somewhere between like a Pixar movie where like it's animated to like look like kind of like real life and like realistic hair, realistic kind of physics to it.
What Pixar? I'm thinking of like what was the last one they released? Not the last one, the second to last one, where it was like teenagers' emotions.
Oh, that was not the last one, but
I have not been
Inside
keeping
Out.
up. Yeah. That I mean, what other like I don't know. 'Cause
Onward.
I feel like they always kind of look cartoony.
Soul had like they look cartoony, but like it's smoothly animated. Like it
Oh, so okay.
it's like in that same and like there's a lot of detail, or like even like Into the Spider-Verse. It's very smooth. It's very the background has like the motion blur.
I feel like that's it's kind of jaggy though with the edges on the characters.
I
in
guess
Spider-Verse.
yeah, but I mean like more like the detail in the background and kind of stuff where it's
Or I get what you're
the
saying.
motion blur, like,
Everything
everything feels-
flows really well, even though it's like sharp and pointy at some edges or whatever. It just flows well.
and then there's like shows like
It doesn't have to be smooth to
Naruto,
flow.
One Piece, and like like even like Demon Slayer to a point. Like there's beautiful animation in that. There's like the water flows well, and like when they're doing the abilities, but they still move the same way like anime characters tend to move, and I feel
which
like
is kind of like
yes.
choppy because
And I feel like Akira is a weird middle ground where it almost feels like it feels to me weirdly like claymation and stop motion.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, definitely.
And
but
like
that's kind of why I love it. It's just so.
And I get why people
unique.
like it. It's off-putting to me. I just didn't instantly fall in love with it, and I think I also went in with too high expectations because like everyone's like, oh, Akira, like that's like one of the best movies. That's why I still haven't seen, other than Princess Mononoke, any Studio Ghibli movies. I'm like scared to go in with such high expectations.
When did you watch Princess Mononoke?
I watched it with you guys.
Did you? I thought I
Freshman
watched
year.
like a good amount of it by myself.
No, we watched it freshman year.
Well, that was fantastic.
I liked it. I liked it a lot, and I want to watch Spirited Away, and I want to watch My Neighbor Totoro, but like I've been like, it's like a weird thing where like I do this with movies where like I wait for like the right time. Like I have to like be like I'll be scrolling through stuff and I'm like, oh, should I watch that now? It's not the right time, and like I'll finally come back to it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I feel like I definitely do that with shows. I'm trying to.
I do that much more with shows.
Yeah, because I have to exhaust everything that's interesting.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to like I'll start gambling because I'll just go off of like, oh, this person said this was really good, blah blah blah. Like I know this show is gonna be good. Whatever. I watched a review, but like otherwise, I don't really guess on shows. I don't just go on Netflix and pick a random show.
Shows are hard to guess on because like that's a commitment. A movie's not as hard because like if you're like sitting around and you're just like, I got some time to burn.
I mean, it shows like a 20-minute commitment, 20 to an hour.
Yeah, but like,
and, like
that's
if you
series.
get like halfway into, yeah, but if you don't get hooked, you just don't watch. At least I don't.
Yeah,
I
but like,
never give like a show more than one episode unless it's like an anime. Then I'll watch two, maybe. Black Clover is the only exception. That show was ass until like maybe episode 20.
Yeah, that one. The beginning is just it doesn't start out well.
No, it's terrible. It was terrible. I mean, it wasn't like terrible.
It's
I've
just
seen
it's
it
just
so
trope.
many times.
It's just trope
I
after
don't need to
trope,
see it
and then
again.
like it's not like the more you get into it, the less tropes there are. It's just the more character development around said tropes and the way the story is told that builds up to what it is now. Like
which is so weird that it goes from just being like lots of tropes and poor writing to like everything is you have no idea what's going on. You can't predict anything.
And it's still,
I love shows
and it's
like
still
that,
building off tropes too. Like some of it's just a like commentary on said tropes. Like you still have like the tsundere, the yandere, and
what are you, an anime expert?
I mean,
PhD in what? Kawaii.
I mean, wait.
Oh, what are you grabbing?
I do have my pocket compact Japanese dictionary.
All right, Jake. Read us a quick haiku to sign us off.
What?
Using just look up the words. I'll give you the first word. Peacock.
I don't know how to do a haiku. I don't know.
Peacocks are friendly.
No, I need to say goodbye.
Today is, or the hour is nigh. We will leave. Thank you for watching. I just nailed that.
Yeah, but now I have to look up all those words. I'm just gonna do something quick.
So peacocks are friendly. The hour is nigh. We are done. Yeah. It's a 5-minute break at the end of the episode. You know, a little intermission.
Goodbye. No, but thank you for watching. Arigato. I hope you come back I hope we come back, but I hope you guys enjoyed our first episode back. I really haven't felt like this in a long time.
I mean, should we
end
this how we started?
Shit, a long time. Just to feel like this shit took a long time.
Not the recording.